Oh boy, I never get to do my first blogging, or like video blogging, right? You never did this. Well, anyway, my name is Rein Negroni. I'm 47 years old, born in Jamaica, Queens. Now I'm actually moved from Brooklyn, New York. Moving to Brooklyn, New York already. And not only that, I got my only opportunity to start bowling at the age of 7, which in 1984, using plastic bowling balls, as my mom gave me at that time for my Christmas. And it takes me practice to do those with those colorized bowling balls. Can't even get this thing going. And I love bowling, okay? I'll never forget my only watching the ABC Professional Bowlers Tour was slated to 1983. That was like 35 years ago, or it could be 34. To be honest, in like 1984. The only time I like to bowl, watching Mark Roth, Pete Weber, something like that, and they got these old superstars back in the day. Joe Berardi, you have known. The one only, like, I haven't seen in a long time. I like old school bowling, right? Uri Schlegel, the master of spares, straight shots, whatever. And I actually got a chance to meet Walter Ray Williams Jr. At the time, it was like 2005. And I won a chance to be at, I did the trivia question. It was 151 televised appearances. I like it. And I won. And get a chance to meet Walter Ray Williams Jr. is one of my favorite bowlers ever. So I know him. He's really wonderful. And then in the following time, I remember after that time, watching him, the first time I watched him since 1986. And he was really his first PBA title. And then after that, like 2 years later, me and my classmates got a chance to bowl at a place called Rosedale Lanes. It was on Hook Creek Boulevard in Merrick. And before that, before they changed his name, they changed his name to what's the name? Oh yeah, they changed the name from Rosedale Lanes to County Line Lanes, and because they just established their management, because the County Line is on the County Line section on Hook Creek and Merrick. I remember. It was AMF triangular red. I remember. The first time I bowled, it was AMF. 12-ounce ball. It didn't bowl that well. The score 40 or 50 average. And then the following time I remember, in 1988 was the time I go to Jib Lanes, ends up in Parsons Boulevard in Leicester, New York, in Leicester section of Queens. And I bowled with that one too. I remember 35 years ago, I remember. That was the first time that I bowled. It was kind of crazy. But I remember that one. That was a long time. Well, they still have it 35 years later at Jib Lanes, but not the one on Hook Creek and Merrick. They torn it down and turned to a CBS pharmacy or some kind of a thing. They established is it the medical office? I'm not sure. So I remember that one. And nowadays, I start bowling like I'm going back to 1998 or 99. I remember that same time. I bowled split. I can't forget that. I don't know if it was a 4 and 6 or something, 4 and 6 pins. But it's crazy. I'll never forget that. And the other time I remember the bowling, there was a place called Highwood Lanes. And Highwood Lanes was a bowling alley in Regal Park. And it was AMF as well. Classic see-through ball returns. Those circle ones, and you see the ball going through you and go. Your ball goes up to the ramp and get up to the ramp and see your ball coming right back to your face. And I bowled so well a little bit. Not bad. Ebonite was the bar, and Brunswick was the bar. Okay, Ebonite Impact and Brunswick Axis. It was a hard bowling balls. One of them's got to be urethane. I'm not sure which ones. You can check it out on Classic, whatever. And I remember bowling in the program, and back in 2000 and what's that? 2006 or 7. I'm not sure. It's like 2000. I think it was 2008, to be honest. Jack Jurek bowled with me, Patrick Allen, Norton Ginsburg, the one and only Sean Rash. That was the time I remember was in 2008. Yes, I remember. Yes, I remember. I remember so well. Babylon Lanes. I will never forget you, brother. And not only that, I will go and bowl with you 15 years later, 2023, up in Carmel, New York. So I'm going to get a chance to bowl with you, and I will never forget. You was younger that time, I remember. But now, I'm a big bowling fan of you, because you get it. The biggest bowling fan ever. You know how the attitude goes. But I'm telling you, when I get a chance to practice with my new hybrid, they call it the Zenzo from 900 Global, I would get a chance to bowl with you. So when I take 7 minutes of this recording, nowadays, I've been start bowling, from a long period of time. But let me tell you, I'll be up in Carmel, New York real soon, and get a chance to bowl with Sean. Sean Rash is my favorite bowler of them all. See you in the lanes.